Folks.
Why? Who's not coming? Why not? You're going. He's not. You're going alone.
I want him to go. Can he go?
But you bought one ticket,
I only bought one because I didn't get him when I bought it.
10 seconds.
and then you started dating. Let's talk after.
93.3 KGSR. Welcome to our Dell Music Lounge live audience, and there's a lot of you today. Say hello. We, of course, want to thank our friends at Dell and Odell Brewing Company. Bleachers performing this evening at Emo's. It is a sold-out show. There was some last-minute negotiations and jockeying for tickets a moment ago, but rest assured, it's sold out. That is tonight, which means that there's really no reason for Jack Antonoff here to be here. You're not selling tickets. You've already done that.
We go back. You and I.
We do,
Yeah.
and we'll revisit that in a minute.
Okay.
We'll argue about shorts.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We're going to do that in a minute, but first, out of the graciousness of his heart, because there are no tickets left for tonight, this is Bleachers live on KGSR.
You know, I hear the voice of a preacher from the back room, calling my name, and I follow just to find you. So I trace the faith to a broken down television. That's where I put on the weather. You know, I trained myself to give up on the past, 'cause of frozen time between hearses and caskets. I lost control when I panicked at the acid test. Now I wanna get better. All my friends were getting high and chasing girls down parkway lines. I was losing my mind. Yeah, the love that I gave was wasted on a nice face. And in a blaze of fear, I put a helmet on a helmet, counting seconds through the night. I got carried away. That's why I'm standing on the overpass, screaming at myself, hey, I wanna get better. I didn't know I was lonely until I saw your face. I wanna get better. Get better, 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 I wanna get better. I didn't know I was broken until I wanted to change. Now I wanna get better. Better, 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 I wanna get up to my room where there's girls on the ceiling. I cut out their pictures and I chased that feeling of an 18-year-old who didn't know what loss was. Now I'm a stranger. You know that I miss the days of a life still permanent. I mourn the years before I got carried away. That's why I'm standing on the interstate and I'm screaming at the cars, hey, I wanna get better. I didn't know I was lonely until I saw your face. I wanna get better. Better, 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 I wanna get better. I didn't know I was broken until I wanted to change. But now I wanna get better. Better, 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 I wanna get better. 'Cause I've been sleeping in the back of the taxi, and I'm screaming out my bedroom window, even if it's gonna kill me. Woke up this morning early before my family. From this dream, man, she was trying to show me how a life can move from the darkness, so she says, to get better. And so I've put a bullet where I should have put a helmet. Now I crashed my car 'cause I wanna get carried away. So I'm standing on the overpass, screaming at myself, hey, I wanna get better. I didn't know I was lonely until I saw your face. But I wanna get better. Better, 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 I wanna get better. And I didn't know I was broken until I wanted to change. But now I wanna get better. Better, 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 I wanna get better. Thank you, guys. Quick tune. How's everybody feeling? Nothing better. I'm gonna do 2 old ones, and I'll do 2 new ones, separated by a conversation. There's some girls that really just wanna hurt you. There's some boys that laugh when they break your heart. But how love dies, that's a place that I'm not going. You know we could try, but if you're feeling small, well, I love your shadow. And if you're feeling small, I'm gonna love your shadow. There are those girls are waiting by the phone on the weekend. Oh yeah, I like those boys. Those boys are home with broken hearts. But the heart wants fear, so we're looking for a villain. You know I'll be there if you're feeling small. I love your shadow. And if you're feeling small, I will love your shadow. And when the lights go dark, I will stand right beside you. And if you're feeling small, well, I love your shadow. Hey, I love your shadow. And I know that they have hurt you. And I know the love you gave feels cheap and used. And I know it's getting harder. And I know the lights have all gone dark on you. Still I will love your shadow. When the love you gave feels cheap and used, and I will love your shadow. When the lights have all gone dark on you. But how love dies is a place that I'm not going. Messed up. We could try. Sorry, still early for me. But if you're feeling small, well, I love your shadow. And if you're feeling small, I will love your shadow. You know when the lights go dark, I will stand right beside you. And if you're feeling small, hey, I love your shadow. Well, I love your shadow. I'm gonna make up for it now. It's a hard part. Here it comes. Okay. These.
Bleachers live on 93.3 KGSR from our Dell Music Lounge. The show is at Emo's tonight. It is sold out. The album is called Gone Now. Those things don't sell out. You can always buy one of those. So, you, a couple weeks ago, turned $25 of my money into $50.
How?
You matched my pledge to an LBGT center in Montrose right after the Houston floods.
Yeah.
And you did that not just for me, but for, I'm assuming, hundreds and if not thousands of people who were looking for places to give money after the storm, and that was awfully generous of you.
It was it snowballed pretty quickly because you. But I thought, when something that I'm not from Texas, but when something like that happens, there's such a vast spectrum of people that are affected. And I work with a charity called the Ally Coalition. The guy who runs it with me called me and he said, "Hey, FYI, I heard from the shelter, and they said that they're just like at the bottom of the list of support." So it just seemed like a good thing to do. So I tweeted that out, and then it really snowballed. They ended up raising like a ton of money. It was really cool.
I mean, even before Bleachers was the thing that it is now, you were a guy who was out there on issues, who was willing to speak out and willing to support issues that even 4 or 5 years ago aren't quite as mainstream as they are now, and use this as the pulpit that it is.
Well, 4 or 5 years ago, so I get really focused on pop culture because that's how things really shift. There's always really fascinating and brilliant things going on under everything, but when do things become pop culture? When did civil rights become pop culture? So 5, 6 years ago, I mean, marriage equality, that was still like a debate, which seems crazy now. But and then that became like a big mainstream issue. And now, the past couple of years, we've seen race issues and transgender equality issues become really in the forefront, which for a lot of people obviously has always been going on. But it's interesting when the conversation starts to happen, like at least from like a mainstream news and press and television and film and music point of view. I don't think we were talking about race and transgender equality the way we are now 3 years ago or even 2 years ago. So a lot of terrible reasons why we talk about it, but it's progress. It's cool.
I mean, you believe in this theory of connected culture where, like we said, TV sitcoms can reveal things about how we're living.
I do.
And what we're talking about. That said, I mean, you're in a band that very early on was a do-it-yourself kind of band with a do-it-yourself aesthetic. You're now it is morphed into a pop band in the sense that it is a popular band.
Yeah.
How do you keep the old aesthetic and make it feel like a club where they're into something that they believed in early on, and yet also do the things that you do?
I think it's so much more basic than a lot of people give it credit for. But I've been lucky enough to have a long career before and after too. So, I mean, I think you treat people I think it all boils down to not thinking that large groups of people are stupid. I do. I think that we have this inherent idea that big groups of people become stupid because we've seen large groups of people do stupid things. And when we talk to one person, we're able to reason with them. But I think when it comes to art, you throw that out the window. If you I always think like if you play in an arena, play it like it's a club. Play it like it's Beerland, if that's still here.
Even though we're trained to think Paul Stanley, and we're supposed to think that the way to communicate with an arena audience is in big rock and roll cliches.
But my favorite arena artist is Springsteen because if you're in the last row, you feel like he's sitting in your bed with you, singing to you. And then on the flip side, I think the way that you get there, which is always I've come to Austin so many times and played every little club, you play those shows like you're Paul Stanley. So if you're at, a tiny club somewhere, you make it feel like it's larger than life. But I just think, the way that you can communicate with a room with 30 people, or the way that we could talk right now, that'd be very simple. Why can't we talk like that in front of big crowds? It's not a weird political rally. It's not some crap like that. It's a show where people are coming to celebrate music and art. So I think the biggest issue that performers and artists go through is they get somewhere and then they freak out. But you got there because you got there. I didn't get here because I was like painfully hot. And and like everyone wanted to see me like with my shirt off. I got here because I wrote songs, and there's no. That's like that in everyone's life. So you perform on TV, and you're like, am I a part of a club now? You win a Grammy. Am I a part of a club now? You sell out big shows. Am I a part of a club now? You're not. It's just the same crap. You write songs. They're the best you have, or they're not. They
from the heart or they're not, and there's no secret to any of it.
Speaking of writing songs and working on communicating with people, if we had liner notes these days, if we were able to open up an album and see who's on these things, just in the last couple months, Lord, Taylor Swift, St. Vincent, these are powerful people who you need to be able to get the most out of, get the best out of, but also bring your own thing to the table. That collaborative process, in general, what's that like? I mean, what's that take to be a good collaborator?
Well, there's not a lot of people. It's just me and another person, usually in my apartment in New York. So it's like I don't have a problem with the mainstream. I only have a problem when I don't like the main. Like I said, I only have a problem when the mainstream assumes that we're stupid, because I think it's essentially sadness. So if you hear a song or watch a TV show that you think is stupid, I think essentially you feel bad because the creator of that thought you were stupid. Thought, oh, America's so stupid that I'm going to put this on TV. And so we sit here and we're like, oh, that song sucks. But in truth, we're like crying. We're like, why'd they think I was so stupid? But then when Daft Punk and Nile Rodgers and Pharrell are on the radio and it sounds amazing and it's a brilliant song, we love hearing it at the airport because it makes us feel smart, because we are smart. So I just have that conversation constantly. Don't like having a lot of people around. And I think working with really massive, powerful figures is exciting because how do you just bring it all the way back to a human connection? What's going on that is relatable as your life gets less relatable?
Is there a common link? Do they lose something as they become bigger, powerful figures? Can you see something that connects folks at that level?
Well, it's a struggle to. It's a good example. So did you hear that Lorde song called "Liability"? It's a piano ballad. So it's all about how. So she was talking about how when there's a good example of how things shift. How her life changed so much. She was a kid. She got real famous, right? She stopped becoming relatable. And we were talking, and she was saying how she feels like a liability to all of her friends and family. And then we were like, but that's the reason you feel that way is because you're a big star. That's not relatable. But that feeling, everyone feels like a liability to their friends and family. So it's about finding these pieces, right? And I think that's the exciting challenge when you work with people that aren't technically relatable on a day-to-day basis. Because as you get more successful, like certain things change, and they would have to change. You know, you don't sit in the last row of a plane anymore and experience how horrible air travel is. So you can't write a song about that, right? Like, you know, you don't. Things shift, so you have to. I think it's actually an exciting opportunity to dig even deeper.
So, as you alluded to, you and I, most recently, a couple years ago, spent a day running around pizza shops and whatnot, doing a thing for Esquire, a fashion piece. One of the things I remember arguing about with you, and we may have even done this once on air too, shorts aren't rock and roll. And people who wear shorts on stage are sending a message. And so
there's different kinds of shorts.
Yeah,
you're talking.
But here's the thing.
You're talking cargo shorts.
No,
you're talking
a lot
Old
of times,
Navy $12.99. What about like Henry Rollins in like skin tight shorts? You see all the leg muscles. What about like Ian MacKaye like shorts? Sorry.
And there's Freddie Mercury shorts. I get it. But there's also the shorts that you may as well be a well-trained monkey who plays an organ.
Yeah, hotel cafe shorts.
Yeah, and that's the
Jack Johnson shorts. No offense to, but it works for different things. You don't want your music beachy and easy. I want my bands to look like Spoon. I agree with you. Like tight leather or denim, just like slightly uncomfortable. It has to be peeled off at the end of the night. It smells like cigarettes. But Jeff Tweedy's always in a tight denim.
But I also want them to look like I love it. I want them to look like that they understand the audience paid money to see them.
100%.
Yet you wear shorts on stage.
Well, I rarely wear. If I wear shorts on stage, it's a very calculated look that assumes the audience is getting actually more than they bargained for. It's a gift. I'm with you, but I just think that to have this conversation, we have to define shorts. A baggy short, yes, repulsive. If you're on stage and you're like, I just want to like air it all out, no. I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. Well,
But like,
I think you've come a little further to my side now, and I appreciate that.
but there's different styles of music. It's like some people like I was at, is it Kenny Chesney who has is sort of like a modern Margaritaville type? Is that
Yes.
yes. Okay. So I was at a hotel where some Chesneyaks, is that what they're called?
Let's call him Chesney.
Chesneyaks? That sounds like a rebel community in like the Eastern Bloc.
They kind of are.
Yeah. I was at a hotel where some Chesneyaks were getting ready for a show, and I was blown away. It was just flip-flops, super loose shorts, tops that could blow off in the wind. And I think if Kenny, I don't know how he dresses, but I assume, who's Margarita? Buffett. I assume that if the person they're going to see didn't look like them, they'd be upset. Like if Jimmy Buffett came out looking like Lyle Lovett, they'd feel sold out.
You also, though, believe,
I
and
don't
I
like that
believe
music,
this. I believe this too, that the bands and their audiences, in the best case scenario, start to look alike,
Yeah, I like that.
and your audiences look a lot like you.
Because I think it's a club. I don't think it's a place of worship. I think some artists try to create a place of worship. I always say, you don't want your fans to want to be you. You want your fans to want to be friends with you. Because if you want them to be you, that's unrealistic. And that'll expire. So if you think about all the artists you've ever wanted to be, 2 months later you're like, I think I got busted for drugs, and they're just human, So it's like, but all my favorite artists, I would really love to have a cup of coffee with. I'd love to spend some time with Tom Waits. I feel that way about Kate Bush or like Kendrick. I don't want to be them, but I'd love to know them, and so I think that's the highest form you can get.
All right, Jack Antonoff. Bleachers plays tonight at Emo's. The show is sold out, but we've got more here live from our Dell Music Lounge. This is Bleachers.
So we talk about getting older, like there's so much we haven't done yet. But some days I'm not here and I don't get dressed, so I curse my bedroom, 'cause I've left it all alone. All this time I've been run away, gone. And everyone is changing, and storefronts rearranging. So I picked up a quarter and I just saw my face. But it's all coming back now, that the feeling isn't over. And I know I was lost, but I miss those days. I'm la lost, but I miss those days. I'm talking la lost, but I miss those days. Bum 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 bum. Imagine like a baritone sax doing that. Bum 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 bum. Those days I sit on my sister's rooftop, been watching our city burn into the night. Not sure that we were meant to survive, 'cause I was 16 in a van, driving myself to Florida. Part of me never left that seat, 'cause nights and weekends I'm looking for a dream. But now everyone is changing, and storefronts carry weight now. I'm sorry that you saw me when I lost my way, but it's all coming back, yeah, that the feeling isn't over. And I know I was lost, but I miss those days. I'm la lost, but I miss those days. I'm talking la lost, but I miss those days. And everyone is changing, and storefronts rearranging. So I picked up a quarter and I just saw my face. But it's all coming back now, that the feeling isn't over. And I know I was lost, but I miss those days. No, I was lost, but I miss those days. And I know I was lost, but I miss those days. lost, but I miss those days. I'm la 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 lost, but I miss those days. I'm fading out.
Thank you, guys. So you started dating, and you bought one ticket at the show, and you don't have a ticket.
I know.
How'd you meet?
At a show.
At a show? What show?
Hook.
What?
Hook and the light.
Bi-
Hook and
Peter Hook and Luck? Oh, cool. Dustin, do you have space for that guy? So they can continue the relationship at my show? What do you say?
Yeah.
You got some other friends too?
No, just
Okay, just him. Cool.
one.
Just one.
Yeah.
How many months you been dating?
28 years. 5, 4, 3, 2. Very few months.
Few months. It just started. You're dating too? And do you have tickets? Oh, okay. Dustin, can you put them on the list? They're dating. That's 3. I don't think we. So yeah, you guys are good. Anyone who's dating. Anybody else dating? Anybody else desperate for a venue to make a move in tonight? Hold on, I got a tune. We're totally live, right?
Yes.
That's cool. I want to play a song called "Don't Take the Money," and this is the it's a very loud song on record, but it's meant to be more of a sad song. So this is how I wrote it, and so I'm gonna do that version. And this is the last one. Thank you guys so much. And let's let this shorts argument rage on. Provide pictures next time. Somebody broke me once. Love was a currency, a shimmering balance act. I think I laughed at that. Then I saw your face and hands covered in sun, and then, well, I think I understand. But we fight, stay up late. In my dreams, I'm to blame. Different sides of the bed. Roll your eyes, shave my head. Now we're stuck in the storm. We were born to ignore, and all I got is a chance to just say that you steal the air out of my lungs. You make me feel it. I pray for everything we lost. Buy back the secrets. Your hand forever's all I want. Don't take the money. Oh, don't take the money. Slept on my own those nights. Still in my parents' house. And I cut off my t-shirt sleeves. I would claim a new continent. Till I saw your face and hands covered in sun, and then, and I think I understand. But we fight, stay up late. In my dreams, I'm to blame. Different sides of the bed. Roll your eyes and shake my head. Now we're stuck in the storm. We were born to ignore, and all I've got is a chance to just say that you steal the air out of my lungs. You make me feel it. I pray for everything we lost. Buy back the secrets. Your hand forever is all I want. Don't take the money. Oh, don't take the money. And you steal the air out of my lungs. You make me feel it. And I pray for everything we lost. Buy back the secrets. Your hand forever is all I want. Don't take the money. Don't take the money. If you're looking at your shadow, standing on the edge of yourself, praying on the darkness, just don't take the money. Dreaming of it easy, waking up without weight now. And you're looking at the heartless, singing don't take the money. But you steal the air out of my lungs. You make me feel it. I pray for everything we lost. Buy back the secrets. Your hand forever is all I want. Don't take the money. Don't take the money. Thank you, guys.
Bleachers live on 933 KGSR. Tonight, a sold-out show at Emo's, I guess, +3. Sold out +3. And we do appreciate it. Thank you
Thanks
for
so
coming.
much for having me.
Yeah. Jack Antonoff, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
We want to thank Dell and Odell Brewing Company. That's it for another Dell Music Lounge, and I'm going to throw it back downstairs to myself.